My name is Jason, I'm an alcoholic, and my early days of drinking were, I only really had early days of drinking. So the way my drinking went, or my exposure to drinking went, was I got exposed to Alcoholics Anonymous when I was 10 when my dad got sober. I didn't really have much exposure to his drinking other than finding beer bottles all over the house, and like a rare occasion that he did it around me. He usually like would get home off leave, I think, and spend some time drinking, and then come home, and then I think I got to deal with a dry alcoholic more than I did a drunk alcoholic, you know. Um, but I got exposure to early AA and how the program kind of worked, because I spent a lot of time at his sponsor's house, you know, like playing video games in the basement while they met and worked together. And none of that mattered though when I went off to start drinking. I can still remember the first 3 times I drank. And the first time I drank, my dad bought me my first beer in that hope of teaching me that I don't have to be an alcoholic, and to drink responsibly, you know, type of deal. And I was overseas in a foreign country. I was about like 14, 15, and it felt good, but I did want more. You know, the lights turned on, and I kind of felt alive, and I had kind of stolen a pack of his cigarettes, so I went and had one of those cigarettes afterwards, you know, because I felt the need for something more, but nothing really strong, not like an overwhelming desire to keep drinking on. The next time I drank was down at the pier. We had a lookout tower, and I sat up there, and a bunch of us passed around a bottle of Evan Williams and passed it to some tourists, and we're kind of happy. And I don't remember much from that other than we just had a good time that time. But the third time drinking that I had, I just smoked some weed with some friends, and then we went off and we got some malt liquor, and I remember never being thirsty enough that I you know, I couldn't quite quench the thirst of drinking. You know, like the more I drank, the thirstier I got, and that was the most of my, you know, the most of my drinking from then on. And so when I actually fully started drinking, it only took me about 3 or 4 years to end up in Alcoholics Anonymous for the first time. And it was more like 2 years of solid drinking and then bam, you know, I could not stop drinking even if I wanted to. And I kind of did the look good for a little bit, you know, kind of popped around and said stuff, you know, people thought it was great. I said a bunch of smart things and didn't really do anything. And then I drank again like I really wanted to, and without any kind of like knowledge that I was an alcoholic. And it was a different experience. And in short order, I was back in the rooms at Alcoholics Anonymous. You know, and that's what saved my life from that point. I was given at that point a gift of expiration. I didn't have to lose everything. You know, I still had a job, I still had somewhere to live, although I didn't leave it in that great of a condition. You know, Alcoholics Anonymous changed my life and did 360, and today I'm forever grateful for that because my life is completely different. I lost all hope before coming to Alcoholics Anonymous, and Alcoholics Anonymous gave me back my hope. And I just had to, you know, and it wasn't comfortable. You know, I always had that lurking notion that maybe I'm not a real alcoholic, you know, but then the more I paid attention, the more I realized that I really am, in